March 11th, 2025. The day after I just recorded the last video, episode 33. I'm back out. It's another beautiful day. I got a lot done. Now I'm headed to Gurnee, Illinois, on the northern border of Illinois. Gurnee Mills, which has a long history as a mixed retail factory outlet and retail space, and it seems like it's going to be pretty big. It's at one point had 10 anchor stores, and it's I think it opened in 1988, so it's relatively new. The last mall was 50, and I read a little bit here on the way, but that's it. I'm just kind of winging these things as time and weather permit. It is a beautiful day, though. It's a beautiful drive. It's 42 degrees, and after you've gone through a winter of, it's actually a mild winter here. I'm not gonna lie. Mild being there was maybe 2 weeks worth of sub-zero temperatures. Only a handful of times dealing with snow, and maybe only one time I had to drive in / work in blizzard conditions, which I didn't have to do last year for the most part, except when I was on the job. But with this delivery job, I was always dealing with the elements every day. So I've survived a winter. It's not quite over, but it's pretty close. I've gotten through the worst part of winter delivering pizza in Wisconsin. So I'm proud of myself for not retreating back to Florida and pussing out. It's been fun. A little bit of danger is fun, a little bit of excitement, but I'm about 3 miles away from Gurnee Mills, which is now a Simon Mall. It didn't start out as a Simon Mall. There was another company that owned it, the Mills, I think, Corporation, which owned a bunch of malls. This mall also killed a competitor mall by drawing people away from it. I think there's also a Six Flags amusement park close by, which I'm going to have to try to do. I'm from Florida. We've got Disney and Universal, so some of these places in the Midwest, they're not really enticing when you got the biggest attraction in the world in your backyard. So, but I do plan to check out some Midwest amusement parks. And there's a water tower. Anyway, all right, I'll get back on here in a minute when we get a little closer. I'm only about a mile and a half away from the mall, and I'm really on the edge of nowhere, which I'm kind of liking. I'm kind of liking how rural it is. I'm really close to Lake Michigan. I'm only about 20 minutes south, maybe 30 minutes south of where I was yesterday in Racine. I'm just over the Illinois border. But it is a beautiful, picturesque day. And like I said, I got a lot done in the house. I posted content, I made content. And this is my day off from my other job. One thing you can't say about me, and I do smoke a lot of weed, but one thing, and my mom and everybody, my family, everybody knows this about me, every coworker, especially even at Pizza Hut, I outwork kids half my age. Easily. On so many levels. I am a straight hustler. So the mall walking is me. It's an opportunity at this point to get out, to see places I've never been. I've never actually gone this way. I've never seen some of these roads I've driven on today. It was fun. You might see something on the side of the road you want to stop at. That's one great thing about having or not having a girlfriend is, and being in a relationship, is you can just do what you want. You can get up and do what you want whenever you want, and you can talk to whoever you want. If you want to follow a bunch of women on Instagram, nobody's going to give you any shit about it. It's just great. And the way the world has been so, the playing field of everything, like women for a lot of things don't need men anymore. Technology has leveled the playing field in so many respects. Oh, here we go. Gurnee Mills. We'll have to stop and get to that conversation another time, because we are at the Mills. Gurnee Mills in Gurnee, Mills, Illinois. Gurnee Mills, Gurnee Mills, in Illinois. Oh yeah, it's a big complex, baby. Wow, bro. I'm so glad we came here today, bro. We're gonna go this way. Ooh, Gurnee Mills. Everybody's going the other way. But that's good. I can go slow and cruise the property here. It's a big one. Big property. I'm energized. Oh, somebody's behind me. I'm energized. I didn't think, oh, you know, you did one yesterday. Nothing new to talk about. But sometimes it's just the mall itself inspires what I talk about. I'm on a vision quest. This is a big property. And it's isolated. I like it. And it's in a nice rural area, Gurnee, Illinois. They've got a cinema. Maybe I'll stay and see a movie. This will be an interesting mall walking. I read it is all one story, which kind of sounds lame. But it is a big property. Gurnee Mills. I like that entrance. That's going to be the entrance I go in. Look at that entrance. Oh, yeah. You know, when I look for these malls, I used to look for, let me type in JCPenney. Another thing you can do is Dick's Sporting Goods, because where there's a mall, a Dick's has moved in. So this is the other entrance here, and they've got a stop sign too. There's the sign. All right. There's a big ass mall, bruh. Damn, bro. I guess it's so big because it's all laid out. I'm gonna go this way. It's all laid out on one singular floor. We're gonna go back and go to the big entrance. We're gonna stick to the mall topics today. I'm gonna stay out of the personal life stuff. We got the personal life stuff in the last episode. Literally nothing's changed in a day. They've got a nice round one. And yeah. All right, I gotta turn around. And we're gonna go to the other entrance. Although that is a nice entrance. I mean, does it wrap all the way around? I don't think so. I think that's its own little entity over there. But let's go back. Yeah, I don't like that entrance. All right, so we are going back to that big entrance. Gurnee Mills, big. I like it. Yesterday was a little cute little thing, but you know, at least it had its own little story there, turning into a Woodman's. But this is what I'm talking about. This is the content I crave. This looks like it's going to be a lot of good walking. All right, let me park. Okay, it's about 40 degrees. I don't know why I decided to do shorts, but this is what we're doing. Gurnee Mills here in Gurnee Mills, Illinois. Gurnee, Illinois, right here on the border. Huge sign. Go this way. This looks like a. Oh, it's cold out here. Oh God, it's so windy. The Midwest is too windy for me. That's one thing I really don't like about the Midwest. It's too windy. Ooh. Let's see what the Gurnee Mills outlet mall, a mix of retail and discounted factory outlet type stores. It's gonna be warm in there, that's for sure. And it is windy. It's a cute restaurant. All right, they're open till 8. Whew. There's that Gurnee Mills. There's that Simon Malls font. There you go. That's a nice shot there. Oh, it's nice and warm. Oh, yeah. Ooh, I like this aesthetic. The wooden floor. I like this. So this mall has close to 2 million square feet in, I don't know if it still is, but I think it is still the third largest mall in Illinois. It was the largest for a little bit. Guy was trying to talk to me. I just ignored him. Look at that store. Excuse me, sir. Are you satisfied with your phone plan? All right. I like the aesthetics of this mall. This is great. A nice, wide open, lots of light. Like a parquet basketball, like wooden basketball floor type feeling. The stores are big. It's one of the bigger FYEs I've ever seen. It's sugar. But yeah, I'm glad I came here. This makes up for yesterday being a 5-minute walkthrough. Round 1 with the gigantic facade. I love the facade. I love how wide open and airy this mall is. It's very nice, very airy. But let's see, it is a Tuesday afternoon, March 11th. So 3/11/25. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon on a Tuesday afternoon here. So it looks like kids are out of school and there's just enough people here where I can almost, I feel, go undetected for the most part. Most people are so caught up in their own shit that there's a level of unconsciousness where they don't notice things. Like where people can dance. Like you've seen the images of like people dancing and then like a monkey enters the image and they don't even notice the monkey. So not a lot of blacks here. A lot of browns though. A lot of browns. And Latino browns. And Asian browns. And, oh, there's one. It's pretty diverse here. This is a good mall to walk in. If you're looking for a great mall to walk in out of the ones that are in the Illinois area that I've been to, this is probably the best. I like this mall. I like the ceiling. I like the wood. It feels very Midwest, which was, as I read, the theme of what they wanted to do with the mall, was to give it a very Midwest feel, and they've succeeded. But it's just one story though. But it's very big, very wide, very, very spacious. And I think I've only seen maybe one empty storefront. see that says Vans Outlet. It's a cool looking storefront. I like all the lines. I like all the lines there in these shots. I like that shot right there. But yeah, I love the geometry in here in the light. It's like a playhouse that you build for a kid or something, but for an adult. I don't know, it's got a very organic feel that I like about it. Nike clearance store, we're gonna have to go in there. I'm definitely gonna do some shopping after, okay, here comes security. I'm definitely gonna do some shopping after I do some walking. So, we'll see. Okay, that was a security guard I had to talk and walk past. I walked right past him with the camera up, so I think we're good. Yep, he's gone. Sorry about that. I don't know if what I was saying that was making any sense because I was just trying to look normal for the security guard. But yeah, I like this mall. I had a nice drive over, and I'm actually gonna put some actual walking in today. I couldn't really walk around that other mall. I might walk a few miles in here. Because sometimes when I finish shooting, I will put the phone in the car and just walk. So I think there's a lot of people in here that are mall walking today because it feels like it's about 30 degrees with the breeze. So if you want to get some exercise in, this is a good place to do it. The smells good. I don't know, it smells like my dreams. I like it. This is a big mall. I'm gonna have to click the record off for a second and start another file. A lot of shoe stores in here. A lot of shoe stores. There's a handful of empty storefronts. I mean, this is a lot of square foot. 200, almost 2 million. Don Wick. Just printing AI art on the canvases. That's all that is. That's cute. Is Heath Ledger the one that goes in the middle? I guess so. Look at this though. Look at the AI art. Incredible. I love AI. I love talking to Grok. I love creating content with AI. I'm excited to where it's gonna go. Every time they make an AI and they really set it free, it's racist. Like, well, not, you know what I mean? Like, it's anti-Semitic. It's based. It reads statistics. It scours the internet. It forms its conclusions, and people call it racist. It notices. It understands. It sees patterns more than any human could ever see a pattern. They shut it down every time. So I'm not worried about AI. Look at this, Chicago locker room. Now this must be the nice part of the mall because the lighting, the store, I mean, I don't know, this is a really cool mall. I feel safe here. And I mean, I haven't, this is like I've branched off into another whole dimension of this mall here. We're talking like airport terminal levels of length. And yeah, this is probably a good description for what this mall feels like. It's an airport terminal. Because usually airport terminals aren't 2 or 3 stories like some of these malls are. But this is the closest you're gonna get, I feel, to a airport terminal feeling. Because a lot of airport terminals can feel like malls with how large they are and the depth and the amount of shopping options provided. I mean, there's a Rainforest Cafe in here. The last time I was at a Rainforest Cafe was like, here's the food court. It's a big food court. You got SA, One Stop, I'm gonna guess it means South Asia, Subway, Cajun Grill, Sbarro, Burger King. But Japan's two Asian places, Mr. Cow, Crepe. I don't want to film people eating. But look at the gumball. There's your options. Some real goy slop there. We're not even, I think we've probably seen about maybe half of this mall. There's so much more to see. I didn't know TCBY was still in business. Get ahead of these people here. Got a Five Below. I'm just gonna keep posting lots and lots more content. I've got so much content that I've just recorded over the years. It's just gonna be random. It's gonna be out of nowhere. It's gonna be out of order. It's gonna be from 5 years ago. It's gonna be from 10 years ago. It's gonna be from 2 weeks ago. All right, Rainforest Cafe. Yeah, I was reading at one point this mall had 10 anchor stores. I mean, here's 3 of them right here, a Marshall's, a Macy's, and a Kohl's. Those are 3 anchor stores. Look at the mushroom. I might have to stop and take a picture. One of the last Rainforest cafes in the country. They're going out of business slowly but surely. The thrill is gone and the market's just not there for those kind of things. Get yourself a customized jersey. All right, I think we've reached the edge of one of these tentacles here of this hallway, this long hallway. Past these people. Yeah, I went to the Rainforest Cafe at the Mall of America with my ex-girlfriend, and I think I've been twice. I think I went once as a kid at Disney World, which why would you go, but we did. And then I went like 2 years ago with my ex at the Mall of America. And it was a very expensive, overrated experience, which I do not recommend to anyone. It might have been cool 20 years ago, but man, the thrill is long gone. All right. There's the Kohl's there. Don't need to go down that far. We know what that is. But so far, I'm having a nice clean run. Just a straight walkthrough. I thought about going for a few laps, getting a lay of the territory, and then doing the mall walk, but I find it's better and more entertaining when it's fresh. Now, a lot of you complain about it being too long, not enough face time, boring. And again, I'll say, like I said in the last video, these videos are for me. I know what works with the algorithm. I've read Mr. Beast's manual, which I highly recommend. But I'm not trying to fit into an algorithm. I'm trying to create the content I want to create for myself. Videos like home movies. I'm just sharing my home movies with you. That's what these are. So, thanks for watching. And there are a handful of people I make these videos that say that they really like the content, and you know who you are, and these are for you as well. That you really like them. So, there'll be a time in the future where I'll probably have a girlfriend again, or maybe even one day if I'm lucky, a wife, and I won't be able to just randomly walk around the malls and talk shit and see the world and have just free time to wander. So that's what I'm doing. Is it the best choice to do with my time right now? This is just what I want to do. I know I could be doing a million other things that would be better to enrich myself, but I don't know why I'm doing it, but I just keep mall walking, baby. And again, I get so much done in the day that I don't feel bad about just, mall walking isn't all I do. That might be all you see, but that's not all I do. The Lego store. That's cool, the Mona Lisa. I need that. $100 for the Mona Lisa Lego? I want that for the wall, though. There's the Trevi Fountains. Man, let me go in there and see what kind of Legos we got going on in here that I would buy. Oh, that Milky Way looks cool. That Milky Way looks real cool. I'd buy that. Japanese castle looks good. Love statue looks good. There's one in Philadelphia. I've taken pictures in front of a giant love statue. So that's got meaning for you. There's the Mona Lisa. Put that on my wall. If it was a little bit bigger, it's probably, the thing is, that's like the actual size of the Mona Lisa. If you've seen the Mona Lisa in real life, like, it's really tiny. It's underwhelming. But I don't need to spend my money on a damn Lego. The DeLorean is so cool. $200. So cool. But I don't do Legos, bro. I don't do toys. I don't even want to look at the Star Wars stuff. Look at that. That's cool. Wow. So tempted with the Mona Lisa there. The Van Gogh's really cool. The Van Gogh's damn $200. Much bigger though. I want that. I just like having cool shit on my walls, and I think that will look cool on my wall. This is another cool store. If you like wearing dudes' names on your back, that's one of the greatest stores in the world. Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, basically the same thing. More anime. Alright, Value City Furniture. That looks like another Anchor store. This is an Anchor store. So we've already seen at least 5 Anchor stores. And these stores are always massive. These pro shops. Look at the art. The detail. That could hurt somebody. Solid. But yeah, this is a nice mall. I'm tempted to go get that Mona Lisa. I don't need to go in Bass Shops, Pro World. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. It's like going in a Walmart for hunters. I know there's a wing of this mall I haven't seen yet. The Lego Mona Lisa. You see how the Virgin Mary looks like a vagina? Doesn't that look like the clitoris and the 2 flaps of the lips? The curtain. Maurice's. That's the Chunky Girl clothing store. They should call that. Never mind. I was gonna say something, but it would be mean. Off-Broadway shoes. Is that a fancy term for bootleg? Well, maybe you can't afford to go see a Broadway play. You got to go off Broadway. Not quite as good. The Temu, the Wish.com of entertainment, off Broadway play. Almost got some Pizza Hut Crocs, but they didn't have enough little things to put on it that said it was Pizza Hut, so I didn't get them. I already have 1 pair of Crocs. That's enough. All right. We're still cruising the outlet mall. This is just another entrance, but I will get a shot of this mural here, actually. I like this mural. Gurnee. Gurnee Mills. Gurnee. These are the kind of things I like to find in the mall, like the personal touches of the local community. Love that. Local art there. Sarah Ratliff. Shout out to Sarah Ratliff 2024. On the mural at Gurnee Mills. Maybe she'll watch this video. I'm gonna take a picture. Anyway, I got my photo, and then I saw the security guard come by on his little, like he was on the Mall Blart thing. Like Mall Blart Segway, those little vehicles. He was on a Segway, so I stopped filming for a second. But yeah, look at this mall. So we are right here. We just saw the trilogy there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 anchor stores. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they got at least more than 10. There he goes. Shout out. All right. This is a big mall. So let's keep walking. One of the bigger Starbucks I've ever seen. The storefronts in this mall are very big. I like that. The signs are huge. It feels like it's built for a scale of humans that it might be about 2 feet taller. Sometimes I have to stop and boost my speed so I can walk past slowpokes who I don't want them to hear my conversation. This conversation on the phone is for me and you only. Yeah, I don't need to spend $100 on a Lego Mona Lisa, although I am tempted. Let's see if I can find a Taylor Swift picture. Now that I am not flying, look at the Jesus picture. I go from, hello, how are you?
Are you looking for something specific, sir?
Just looking. I see them all the time, and I sometimes want to buy one, but I never do. So I'm always thinking about it.
A lot of them in the cubby set.
Okay.
I could show you.
Thank you. How much are these?
It's $129.99, and if you get another one, I'll give you $10 off the second one.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
These are all animals. One piece.
Yeah, it looks good. Well, you have a great rest of your day. She was following me around. So I couldn't really get into it, and I couldn't film and talk because she was like right underneath my arm. Like, she's half my size, little Indian woman. Anyway, I didn't obviously buy anything. This is the best part. This is the most well-lit part of the mall. I love natural light so much. The lighting in here, it's so cool. Oh, hey, how you doing? We got a little fake building over there. Let's see if oh, what's his? There he is. Oh, even he made the train horn. He's looking good there. He's looking really good there. Old cinema roll. he was in the last video, and I didn't point it out. You really had to catch him in the last video. And I don't put him there. I wasn't even thinking about him in the last video, but as I was editing it, I saw Cinema Roll out of the corner of my eye in one of the shots. So Cinema Roll is in the previous video. Rock America. You can tell that used to be some other store. Yeah, a little IKEA kiosk. There's Maldo. It's great. Don't you love it? Yesterday's mall was interesting. Even though it was small, it was a cute little story. Today is a whole different vibe. Today is totally different than yesterday, which I'm so thankful for. And not just with this video, but just life. Man, imagine that, yeah, you couldn't escape and it was just Groundhog Day every day and you were stuck. No possibility of change, no matter what you did. I bet you there's a Cinema Roll over here. These are the unlicensed ones. I've been to the world's largest Forever 21 in Times Square, 5 stories. But yeah, I love the lines and the color and the light. Yeah, I love the aesthetics of this mall. I mean, I'm not trying to, but I don't think I'm going to even come close to going to even half the malls in the country. There's whole huge regions of this country I won't be able to go to unless something happens where I magically get moved to the Southwest or West Coast. I'm trying to cover a lot of ground here in the Midwest, Iowa, Michigan, Wisconsin, Illinois. But there's so many other states. And I know I got the Southwest or the Southeast covered. I've got a lot of the Midwest, but there's just so much. So many malls across this country. I just went through, I used AI to really do a deep dive and give me a list of all the malls, both closed, you know, dead, dying, parse through all the information. How many indoor shopping malls are there in Illinois? How many indoor shopping malls are there in Wisconsin? And it gave me a great list. And so, just in that list alone, see, the AI gave me a list and it said there was 12 in Wisconsin, and it didn't give me 2 of the ones that I knew I had been to. It didn't give me the one in my own hometown. So, you can't trust AI. The list, it was completely wrong. But it did give me information about things I didn't immediately find in my own searches. So it did help uncover new information, but it also gave me bad information. It said it was a definitive list, and it definitely was not. Now, this looks like an old makeup store that they have converted into one of these Japanese stores. All right. And then we got one more. That's the way I came in, right over there. So we got one more little leg here. Maybe this goes far too. This kind of reminds me of a smaller version of the Altamont Mall. No, the Oviedo Mall. Which is, that's another mall I need to do. I totally forgot about that mall. The Oviedo Mall, the Altamont Mall. That's totally one in Central Florida I need to do. There's a handful of ones I haven't done in my own hometown, in my home area. Trying to avoid people. These are all the bootleg stores. Belvedere Blues, Park Avenue, Phone Fix. Bootleg. This is just a giant bootleg store. New York Designer Rack bootleg. I don't even know what this is. Oh, this is like a computer, a video game playing center. Oh, look at that. You can... Esports. But yeah, this wing of the mall is a lot of bootleg. Uniform Outlet. Royal Furniture, that's bootleg. Lease to own furniture. Now Lee Wrangler, that's not bootleg. So you've got a good mix of bootleg, retail, and outlet. Lease to own. It's well lit and it looks pretty cool. You can lease to own all that stuff in there. You can lease to own these giraffes, these gaudy giraffes. But yeah, this is the less traveled part of the mall. Oh yeah, they've got a few empty stores. There's an empty store. So this mall isn't thriving completely. That's usually how it is. They usually have one strong wing and one. There's another shoe store. I need to go in there, check out some shoes. This looks like another food court. Yeah, this is another mini food court. This is a food court. It's a full-on food court over here. Here's the cinema. Look at the cinema there with the mirrors. That's cool. I like that. I'll have to come check that out in a minute. Little Tokyo Shawarma King favorite pizza. These are the bootleg vendors. You got a little chessboard there. Cinnamon. But yeah, it gets less vacant and more bootleg the deeper you go into this section. Funflatables. Now that looks fun. Oh, it's for kids only. Socks required. That's not even, bro. That's super fucking bootleg. You're gonna pay to go in something you're gonna put in the back of your house. You get some. Look at that, bro. Escape rooms, research company, market research. Opinions limited. You got a escape room here. All right. You got, it looks like a guy is either about to set up shop here or he's about to leave shop here. Gurnee Mills. Yeah, this is the dying end. This is the end where they'd kick me out. I like this end. There's a chillness to it. A lot of these malls, yeah, this is more like a flea market vibe over here at Burlington Coat Factory. I like the empty feeling though. I don't think I bought one thing in my life ever at Burlington. It's considered black. But I am in Chicago. I'm getting close to the end of this mall. You've got the Air Force Recruiting Center here, the military. You've got Alpha Media. Look at this. You got a fucking score in the crease, skate the edge. That's cool. Never ice skated a day in my life. This is a radio station and media company. Cool. All right, look at that. Well, I'm glad I came out here. I'm glad I got to see Papa Roach's guitar. I'm a huge Papa Roach fan. No, I'm just kidding. Godsmack, Papa Roach, POD, Seether, Evanescence, Slash. Now that's one I can get behind. I love Slash. You know, Guns N' Roses Slash, Top Hat Slash. It's 5 o'clock somewhere Slash. Look at this mall though. Look at that shot. I love that shot right there. Black Cat Minerals. That's what they call Michael Jordan on the basketball court. Black Cat. So that's a radio. Look at the radio station, bro. I love how wide open this is. I love this mall. I love the Midwest feel. I love the ice skating. I love all the sports memorabilia. Now that is a metaphysical shop right there. Ooh, they got a little stage here. They got the black and white Freemason floor. Radio station's address is 111. All right, 102.3 KLC, 95 Will Rock. Cool. Gurnee Mills. All right, well that's it. That is it for the totality of this mall. That's it for Gurnee Mills. I like Gurnee Mills. I'm glad I got to add it to the video collection today. I'm glad I got to experience one of the Midwest's finest. Look at that tub of rocks there. Tub of stones. Look at all that stuff in there. That's cool. Look at all the trophies, bro. The only trophy I ever won in my entire life was when I was a kid and I won second prize in a beauty contest as a baby. That's the only award I've ever won with a trophy involved. I never got any trophy as a kid. Well, let's look at the ice skating rink. Ooh. Look at this.
You know how much body control you
Never done that in my life.
They be moving so
That's
fast
cool,
that
but I've never done that in my
it's
entire
not
life.
slippery.
Hit me. Hit the glass.
That's why I give them props. Like hockey,
I want to see him hit it.
players and figure skaters, what?
Come on, bro.
It takes skill to do that shit.
Boom. All right. It is a chill day here at Gurnee Mills. Oh, the punching machine. Gurnee Mills. All right, folks. Well, they got a gym and everything. Guys in there working out. A giant hockey mask. Chicago Wolves, never heard of them. Oscar Dennis. Never heard of it. I mean, I might as well be an alternate reality as much as I know about fucking hockey. This could be the greatest player I've ever heard of in the world. I've never heard of him. I just want to get some nice wide shots here, man. So I can remember how big it was. How calm and clear and clean it was. Gurnee Mills definitely kills. And the mall walking department, the walkability scale, it's off the scale, bro. Hold on. These guys are really power walking. I'm off the mystery. They're power walking. I've never done an escape room in my life. There I am, bro. Well, I've never done an escape room ever. Can you escape? Yeah, of course I can escape. So you got 2 food courts and a lot of square feet to walk. You've got no second floor. You've got no roof leaking that I've seen. You've got probably about a 80%, 85% occupancy rate. I'm gonna go check out and see what movies are playing. This is the North Dining Pavilion. But yeah, it does give very Midwest vibes in here. And it's hard to explain, but that's the feeling. Look at this. You got a touch screen display. They're not all over the malls. I think this is the only one. Well, let's go down the Hall of Mirrors here and see. Look at that. I want to come here on acid, bro. This is what I want to come on acid. The Hall of Mirrors. Where's the actual theater? This mirror alone is worth it for me. The mirrors right now are just totally way worth the trip alone. Just the effect of these mirrors, love it. It's very trippy. It was worth it alone to come here. Now this is not the exit I came in, but you're not gonna walk the hall of mirrors. All right, let's go step outside real quick. I didn't actually see the movie theater entrance. This is just the mall entrance. Right here. Let's step outside real quick. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this entrance. This entrance is boring and cold. Oh yeah, this is the J entrance. This is fucking boring entrance. But the boring entrance is where the cool tunnel effect is, though. We gotta do the tunnel effect again. The mirrors. So trippy in here. This alone was worth it. And it's a beautiful day. It's a really perfect day. Here we are, I'm all in the tunnel alone. And it just goes to infinity. You can't really see behind me. Can't really get ahead of it enough. But it's a cool effect, especially the floor there. Where's the actual entrance to the theater, though? Anyway, let's finish up the small walk. That was cool. Gurnee Mills. Well, that's it, folks. Really, all the rest is me just backtracking to what we've already seen. I might have to put the phone down and do some actual shopping, but in terms of the mall here, Gurnee Mills, you've seen it all. We've walked the entire stretch of this mall, and I think we got a good taste, a really good feel. And I bet you coming here on a overcast day would make a big difference, because there is a considerable amount of natural lighting, which I love. But as I can see, straight ahead is the taco entrance that I came in. Love the zoom on this new iPhone. I love the 3 different cameras. I don't think I'm going to get the Mona Lisa Lego. I want it, but I got to save that money for 700H. And now that the winter's over, I can start running again. I don't like running in the wintertime here. It's too risky, it's too slippery, it's too iffy. I've already fallen a bunch of times in the past few months without even trying. Downstairs, hitting the ground pretty hard, so I'm good. But we're gonna take it outside. Finish outside. The athlete's foot. A lot of barbershops in here too. All right. I had to walk past some kids that were gonna try to hustle me. I made it. I like his shirt there. It says "Stay humble and hustle." Actually, I'm gonna wait to go out that way. Get a few more wide shots here. Actually, I don't want a bunch of dudes out there while I'm trying to get my final shot. So I'm just getting a few more Lola's Tacos and Tequila. Yeah, but that's it, folks. That's it from Gurnee Mills here in Gurnee Hills, Illinois. Another successful mall walk. All right, and it is fucking cold, bro. Mall walking, mall walking. All right. I might not go back in. Let's take one more shot of the property. Gurnee Mills. Thank you, Birdie. Beautiful day. I'm trying to think, what would I go back in for at this point? What would I go back in for? I think I'm good. I don't need more temptation from the poster lady or the shoe stores or the Lego Mona Lisa. So I'm gonna explore town and see what's any cool thrift stores or antique stores nearby, and I'm gonna head back. So that was episode either 34 or 35 of mall walking here March 11th in Gurnee, Illinois. Hope you have a great rest of your week and month and year. Thanks for watching. You are enlightened. All right, Gurnee Mills. Thank you. Very cool. Back to Janesville we go. Thanks again. Another mall walking. We made it this far. Wow, thank you. Very cool. You are enlightened as always. See you next time. Wisconsin border. All right. Welcome to Wisconsin. Pretty sure. Yeah. Wisconsin again looks the same as Illinois. Yeah, welcome to Wisconsin. Signing out. It's gone. They took it down.